Right, we already know Caitlin Clark showed up and put put the belt down on Natalie Nakase Golden State Valkyries. Tiffany Hayes was doing a little bit too much yapping, and it seems like some shots was fired from the Golden State Valkyries in the post game. Y'all should just take y'all medicine and try to do better next.
Tiffany Hayes and Natalie Nakase are currently facing a harsh reality check, and Caitlin Clark has personally delivered it to them on a silver platter. This was not merely a commendable performance. It was a complete and utter demolition that conveyed a message to everyone present in the arena, as well as to those watching from home, who understood precisely what they were witnessing in real time. The envy was evident on their faces, and their body language communicated everything that words could not express. No one in Clark's fan base feels any sympathy for them, as this moment has been anticipated for quite some time. Last night, it finally manifested in the most undeniable and explosive manner possible. One could sense the shift occurring in real time, and once it began, there was absolutely nothing Hayes or Nakase could do to halt it. When your scouting reports, preparation, game planning, and entire defensive strategy are completely dismantled and exposed by a single player in front of a national audience, the question that everyone must confront becomes both simple and uncomfortable. Did Hayes and Naka genuinely believe they had a viable strategy to counter Caitlin Clark entering this game? Or were they merely sitting on the bench, hoping and praying she would have an off night to save them? Because whatever they devised in that film room did not withstand its first encounter with number 22, and the entire basketball world witnessed its disintegration in real time. Here is precisely why this performance has captivated the entire basketball community and why the response from Clark's fan base at this moment is entirely warranted and completely comprehensible, as this situation extends far beyond merely achieving impressive statistics. This is about disproving every single critic, silencing every skeptic who ever questioned her place at this level, and making every individual who dismissed her feel every point on that scoreboard personally. The comment sections erupted following this game. What people are expressing about Hayes' nay and the entire scenario is something you must hear. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Natalie Nakase entered that pre-game press conference with what she believed to be a blueprint. The strategy appeared well-structured on paper. Elevate her defense, implement physicality, foster a collective effort, maintain ongoing communication. All the appropriate coaching terminology was presented with utmost confidence. She specifically mentioned the logo threes, recognizing that for Caitlin Clark, shooting from distances that most players would never even consider is essentially equivalent to a layup. However, as the game unfolded, every single promise Naz made to her team was systematically dismantled, possession by possession, in front of the audience. Following this, the post-game press conference took place, and rather than accepting responsibility, the basketball community was met with an effort to reshape the entire narrative. The assertion that Caitlin Clark struggles with physicality was not only incorrect, but also the type of remark that was bound to exacerbate an already volatile situation. After scoring 22 points and making several threes from the logo, the argument regarding physicality was effectively nullified before she even completed her statement.
Natalie Nakase, we got a couple things to play from her, and then Tiffany Hayes tried to downplay Caitlin Clark's performance. We got to get into it. Let's take a listen to what Natalie Nakase had to say first.
You're watching film. What is your message to your team about slowing her down?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got to pick her up higher. She shoots from the logo, so you can't pick her up at the logo just because, again, that's a super comfortable shot. It's almost like a layup to her, especially her going to her left. So we just got to be aware. And it's just not about just an individual matchup. It's going to be a team effort because they play so fast. So we're going to be in constant communication, picking her up, whoever's closest. And then obviously physicality. Like you can put some physicality on her, both her and even Kelsey Mitchell. We can't ignore, what type of elite shooter she is as well. So it's going to be a team effort tonight.
All right, that was before the game. Now take a look at what she had to say in the post game.
Just say what the general idea was on Caitlin. Was it blitz the pick and roll essentially?
I mean, you guys, saw what we're doing, right? But like I said, just to the prior press conference before was we were being disruptive. We know that she doesn't like physicality.
Whoa. She don't like physicality. Y'all was out there hacking. What are you talking about? She don't like. Y'all be trying to make it seem like Caitlin Clark is soft. Absolutely not. She gets guarded with a level of physicality that nobody else in the league does. We all know that. We know she was targeted, most flagrantly fouled player in the league and all of that. Caitlin Clark holds her own against physicality. I don't know what you talking about. Whatever physicality y'all was trying, it didn't work.
Now, let us consider what every individual observing that post-game clip must be pondering. How is it possible for a coaching staff to dedicate an entire game to applying physicality against Caitlin Clark, only to witness it fail utterly and repeatedly, and subsequently approach the microphone to attribute that same physicality as the cause of their failures instead of acknowledging it as the reason their strategy fell apart? Furthermore, what does this indicate about the level of preparation and self-awareness within that organization when the post-game rationale starkly contradicts what everyone present in the arena and those watching at home clearly observed? Is this truly how Nas interpreted the events that transpired on the court? Or is this a deliberate effort to divert attention from the reality that their game plan was ineffective against Clark from the initial tip-off to the final buzzer? The conclusion that the basketball community is arriving at is not a favorable one for Nas or anyone affiliated with that organization. Caitlin Clark has been one of the most physically targeted athletes in this league since her debut on a professional court. She has endured contact, played through fouls, and consistently responded by making the next shot more times than can be quantified. The notion that physicality unsettles her has been challenged by superior defenders with more athleticism, and it has consistently failed. What Nakase's remarks after the game truly disclosed was not a tactical revelation. It was a diversion. When your pre-game strategy is laid bare so thoroughly and publicly, the urge to create a narrative that mitigates the impact is understandable, yet it lacks persuasiveness. The logo threes were not mere coincidences. The performance was not a result of NASA's team failing to implement the correct strategy. It stemmed from Clark operating on an entirely different level. No amount of reframing after the game will alter what everyone has already witnessed. Let us clarify one point unequivocally before proceeding. Caitlin Clark did not merely win this game. She delivered a message so powerful and irrefutable that the entire basketball community is still grappling with it. The Golden State Valkyries entered this contest brimming with confidence. Tiffany Hayes, in particular, had much to express even before the final buzzer resonated throughout the arena. However, there is a critical aspect to discussing a significant game before and during such a performance. Eventually, the scoreboard becomes the sole voice that holds significance. Last night, that scoreboard had nothing favorable to convey about Golden State or anyone linked to their organization. The atmosphere post-game from the Valkyries' side was devoid of grace or accountability. It was filled with noise. It was a diversion, and the basketball community is not accepting a single word of it.
Right, we already know Caitlin Clark showed up and put BTA, put the belt down on Natalie Nakase Golden State Valkyries. Tiffany Hayes was doing a little bit too much yapping, and it seems like some shots was fired from the Golden State Valkyries in the post-game.
Currently, every viewer analyzing this situation must be contemplating the following. At what moment does the post-game commentary from the defeated team shift from a display of competitive spirit to something resembling sour grapes? When your defensive strategy is thoroughly dismantled throughout the game and your opponent showcases a performance akin to that of Clark in this match, what discussions are taking place within that locker room? Furthermore, why does it seem that certain individuals on that team and within that organization think that vocally expressing themselves after the final whistle can somehow alter the reality of what everyone observed on the court for 40 minutes? The answer is quite simple, and one that Clark's entire fan base fully comprehends. Losing to Caitlin Clark at her peak is not an experience that can be dismissed or reframed with witty post-game remarks. The performance occurred. The statistics are unchangeable. And when you expend energy assigning blame or making noise after being so decisively outplayed, you are merely highlighting the disparity between your promises and your actual performance. The Valkyries had ample opportunity to demonstrate class and prepare for the upcoming game. Instead, they opted for a different path. Currently, that choice is evident in every comment section and group chat within the basketball community. The only remedy worth considering after such a night is a sincere reflection in the mirror and a significantly quieter journey home. This is where the discussion shifts in a manner that no viewer was prepared to overlook. Following the game, Tiffany Hayes approached the microphone, and what ensued was one of the most tone-deaf post-game remarks you will encounter throughout the season. Clark had just delivered an extraordinary performance, making shots from distances that most players would hesitate to attempt in a genuine game scenario. Yet, Hayes opted for damage control instead of genuine recognition. The effort to shift credit, downplay the event, and neatly package it with a semblance of self-accountability without addressing the obvious issue was apparent to all observers. One cannot stand before a camera after conceding a career-high performance to the league's most formidable offensive player and suggest that the answer lies in merely refining a few minor details. This is not a basketball issue that can be resolved through adjustments on the drawing board. This is a Caitlin Clark issue. There exists no strategy, no rotation, and no defensive identity in this league that has consistently unraveled that challenge.